So this is how we figure out where to adjust in the spine. There are 3 forms of analysis. The first layer of analysis is that of the muscle group. And I start to feel for a very specific muscle called the multifidus or the rotators. These muscles attach the spinous process above to the transverse process below. These muscles are responsible for rotating your spine. It's a very thin, pencil-like muscle. So what I'm going to do is just palpate both sides of the spine. If you feel from side to side, you can actually distinguish when one of these muscles is active. Here's one right here. So is this tender, Shannon? Uh-huh. And is that tender right there?
Yes.
A little bit. Is that tender right there? Is this tender right here? Okay, now so come feel this. Here, put your thumbs right where mine are. And then come back over that a couple times so you can feel that. You feel that like bump there? And then come forward just a little bit more. And do you feel where it just is a bump on the left side? So it's actually contracted versus the one on the right.
Okay.
And so when we find one of these muscles that's activated or engaged, what it's telling me is that the spine has sensed itself to be misaligned. That muscle is active because it is actually trying to pull that part of the spine back into alignment, okay? And so it's actually trying to align itself. What I'm going to do is just take my hand, we're going to contact on the transverse process. That's where that muscle attaches, and I'm actually going to be pushing in the direction that that muscle is trying to pull. This is how I decide where to adjust and also in which direction I'm going to adjust. And so when I put a thrust into the spine, I'm going to help that muscle out by pushing slightly to the left. My direction and my angle is that way. So do that one more time, Shannon, in and out. Okay, let your shoulders relax. Good. So when you push in the right place, you don't have to push hard because you're just trying to accomplish what the body is trying to accomplish on its own. So that's the first layer of analysis. Does that make sense?
It feels good.
Let it go. Let it go. Good. So sink in. The second form of analysis is going to be a mechanical analysis of what's known as joint play. And so I'm just going to take my thumb and finger and I'm going to press into each bone of the spine here. Let your shoulders relax. And what I'm going to do is just push down and check each single vertebra and how it's moving. So let your shoulders relax again. Good, that's better. And I feel for the joint play. What I'm looking for here is a segment that's not moving as fluidly or if there is resistance and how much give or flexibility is in there is the actual motion of the spine. So let your shoulders relax. When I push into the spine, the ligaments and the muscles will all kind of react to that and they will push back just a little bit. And that gives me an indication of whether or not the spine is stuck and not moving. So like right here, which is where we found that rotator muscle, is telling me that this is not quite moving. That's springy, and this one there is kind of different. Does that feel different to you?
Yes, for sure.
Okay, so that's 2 hits out of 3. So Becca, you should come feel this right here. All right, let me see your thumb. Okay, so this is the deepest analysis where we go in right next to the spine and actually feel the spine itself. And so, is that tender right there, Shannon? Okay, so I can feel it through your thumb. Do you feel that bump right there? So this adjustment in the mid-thoracic spine has a rotation component to it. And so this time when I do a thrust, it not only has to go straight from posterior to anterior or straight down, but it also is going to have a rotation component counterclockwise like this. So go ahead and take a nice soft breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Let this relax here. Okay, so let's talk about tone. Tone is a very subtle engagement. Muscles, tendons, blood vessels, nerves. All of that has an accumulated or an amalgamation, a feeling of tone. This attraction or repulsion, it just feels like a different kind of energetic pull or pushing that the spine is playing with my fingers. The muscles, the joints, the bones, the tendons, it's everything that's coming together. It's the hum of the body. Tone is something that you can tell, or something that you can feel through people's posture or through their movement, whether they move smoothly or ratchety. Vibrations that are attractive or repulsive. It's something that you can tell through the tone of someone's voice and how they talk, their timbre, their pitch. Vibrations that either are loud or soft, expansive or contractive. It's all part of frequency. This is tone. And so what I'm going to do is just take my two fingers here and kind of come down the spine. I'm really right at the top, right at the superficial, most superficial, just above the skin. Very gently come across the spine. So we're not pushing into the skin at all. And what I'm feeling for here is slight differences in the tension from one side of the spine to the next. And so tension is a result of tone itself. It's a much deeper layer. And I just kind of notice where there's changes in tone. Do you have any ceiling fans at home? You know how if you turn the fan on and it's on 3 and you can feel the motor running? And then if you turn it down, it's a little bit less. And you can feel the motor through the switch. Yes. And then when you click it to 2, you feel it a little bit less. Then you click it to 1. And then you can actually tell that it's off, even though it's still spinning. That's tone. There are places where the tone is like, it's turned up to like level 3, like 1 click on the fan. And there's other places where it's turned off. Everyone's tone is different, but what we really want is nice, symmetrical, even tone throughout the entire spine. Let it go. And so when these 3 forms of analysis line up, when I find the muscle that's working really hard to pull the spine into alignment, and also that segment does not have normal joint play, and the tone is different in that area, that is an indication that that is the location in the spine that I need to adjust. Does that all make sense? Yeah. All right, so I found a couple places to adjust here today. Gentle little push.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you for watching the YouTube channel. I am so excited to bring you some quality chiropractic work. In the next coming weeks, I've got some really exciting videos. We have all ring dingers revealed with commentary on Dr. Gregory Johnson's techniques, as well as commentary from Dr. Jason and the schism that has occurred within not only this conversation, but the conversation in all of chiropractic, as well as the conversation in all of medicine, Eastern and Western medicine, have a divide that's playing out in this very conversation. It's a beautiful story. We've got some other great stories coming up too. In room 1, we've got Shannon and also Olivia's full adjustments. They were great sessions. I can't wait to share those with you. And then in room number 2, you may have seen the guy in the purple shirt in the last video. That is NBA superstar Shaquille O'Neal lookalike, Big J. Big J is 6'11", 380 pounds. Come watch me try and wrestle his spine into alignment. We're gonna do a whole video on glute fibers. We've got more videos on tone. We're gonna have some extended ASMR compilations for all the people who like to go to sleepy listening to spinal cavitations. We've got beautiful adjustments occurring every day. I've got footage for weeks, everybody. Thank you so much for watching this channel. It is truly an honor to have people commenting and liking and showing support. Thank you very much for your attendance and your attention, because it is making a difference in the life of someone who needs it. This is Dr. Brent Binder for Chiropractic Medicine. Thank you again. It's my pleasure to serve all of you. It is my pleasure to be here. And if you've got any ideas, comments, questions, if you want to see something in a video, just let me know. Throw it at me. I'll do my best. Thanks a lot.